What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. I know it's been a little while, been a little slow on making the videos. To be quite honest, there hasn't really been a whole lot breaking, which is a good thing for me, but I've got to do something to keep these videos coming so you guys stay interested. So today we've got the Vette in the garage. I originally brought it in here to check on the brakes because I was getting a squealing noise. And I've learned that the brake pads are low, which is understandable, so I'm going to order some of those. But I figured while I had it in, I had the wheel off, I was going to address the horn. Not too long ago, the horn started sounding very weak and very high-pitched. I think it's a 2-horn setup, and the lower side horn quit working. So we're going to dig in, try to find that thing, and try to figure out how to replace it. I've got some horns I ordered a long time ago and just never got around to doing it because it's buried under the front end of the car, and it's not easy to get to. So let's check it out. All right, so we're going to start with a little demonstration here. You can hear what the horn sounds like. Yeah, it's very weak. And an area I live in has a lot of traffic and a lot of dumb drivers, and I need to honk at people occasionally. I try not to be overly bearing about it because I don't want people to get mad at me, but there are times when I need to say, hey, I'm here. I'm short. There's a lot of big trucks around here, a lot of big, pickup trucks and a lot of big heavy trucks. I live in the Houston area, so sometimes they can't see me. So we're going to try to get that fixed. I grabbed these little horns here a while back. I think they're going to work. They're just basically GM generic replacements. It's a 2-tone setup. Hopefully a little louder than the factory ones. I don't break them. Pretty generic horns. First things first, I'm going to try to find these. I think they're in here. I think they're behind the fog light in this general area. I laid under the car and beat the horn with the remote, and it sounds like that's where the noise is coming from. I've just got to figure out how to get in there. I've got the wheel off on this side because I was checking out the brakes. So we're going to tear into it. It's going to be very similar to the last video where we were replacing the fog light or the daytime running lights, where I think we're going to have to take this panel here off. So with some of these little push pins, pop that section off, and I think the horn's going to be under there. So we're going to jump in there, try to figure it out. Make sure that one of the horns is not honking and it's not something else in the wiring or something like that. And then replace them. So here we go. Let's get on it. I know it's not the easiest to see in there. I got some lights, but basically we're going to work on these push pins right here. There's 4 down here, 3 across here, probably something on the bottom. There's another one down there. They're pretty straightforward. You use a little screwdriver or something to kind of get them started. And then you get some pliers, something like this, or just some needle nose or something, and you just kind of pop them out. Just like that. And then the whole thing will pull out and work your way around. So I'm going to knock those out real quick, pull this panel off, and we'll see what's behind it. See what's behind door number 1. Here we go. All right, progress has been made. There was 3 small threaded screws on the underneath side down here. Right here, and over there. And then here is the horns. I know it's a little hard to see. It's kind of dark. I can move the light in a minute, but the horns are there, and it looks like there's some custom wiring going on here for some reason. This car's had a lot of work done, so there's no telling. But I'm going to undo this bolt here and get them out so that we can bench test them individually and make sure that one of them is bad and not working before we replace them. So yeah, it's underneath the headlight. This is kind of where we're at in the car. The brakes are there. Took this panel out and they're tucked in. Get this light so you can actually see it. There we go. There they are. Right here and right here. So I got to take this bolt here, and then I can pull the whole thing out. Try to figure out how to I think this might be the plug. No, that's some type of a sensor. That's cut off. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's, yeah, it's plugged up here. All right, let me get this bolt out and we'll figure out how to unplug them and then we'll bench test them. All right. Well, guys, got the bolt out. Went to pull this plug off and they come apart. So that might be part of our problem. Right there. So I'm probably going to have to redo this wire. I've got to figure out where it goes. This end looks okay. To redo this end, and there's not much there. But I've got taps and shrink wrap and all of that. So let's bench test the horns first, and then I'll fix that. Doesn't look like it was ever clamped very good. But anyway, progress. Once you identify the problem, it's a lot easier to fix. All right, so I got my little 12-volt power supply here. I'm gonna hook this little thing up to one side. I can touch this wire and it should honk. There's no way really it looks like to do them individually, so I'm gonna put my hand over one because you can feel the vibration in the air. Yeah, and you can hear the difference there. It doesn't sound like this one's honking at all. So let's get that thing in there a little better. Yep, so this side's not working. So because of the way that's set up, I'm going to have to build my own wiring harness. But again, I've got everything I need for that. I'm going to grab the horns real quick. We'll get them laid up on the counter here, grab some wire, and go ahead and build our harness, get it all shrink wrapped and sealed up. And then I'm going to wire in this plug to the new harness, and then we'll be able to plug it right back in. And I'll have to fix the wiring in the car too, but progress. All right, so I was able to get the wiring off of this individual horn, and I want to see if it does blow by itself, if it's something with that wire, because I want to make sure I can reuse that wire harness without any problem. So I'm going to hook this one up direct and see what happens. Yeah, see, it's not doing anything at all. It's dead. And it doesn't have to be grounded because this bolts to plastic. This little handle bolts to plastic, so that's not a problem. So this one it rattles. It's dead. All right, so I can reuse this wiring to reuse the plug to get everything back going again. So I'm going to work on that. The horns did come with some wires that I can use that have the spades already on them, so that'll be handy. Just got to wire them both together in the one run and then wire them to that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and bench test both of these because I bought them a while back and they're from Amazon, so you never know. That one is significantly louder than what's on the car. They're both significantly louder. That's awesome. All right, here we go. All right, so these are the butt connectors I'm going to use. I've used these before. I really like these because not only do they have the shrink wrap built in, they have a little solder joint there in the middle. So once you get them hot enough, that solder melts and it shrink wraps. It seals it. It's watertight. It's a good quality connection. Everything's solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off and reuse this. I'm just going to wrap this in electrical tape or something. I don't think it's not going to get wet under there. It's way up inside the car. I'd have to submerge the car for it to get wet. So I don't think water is going to bother it. I just want to cover it up so it doesn't get too much dirt in it. And then I'm just going to reuse these wires so I can reuse this factory plug. So I'm going to cut these off and then wire these together to this. I don't think the polarity matters. It just blows. So that's what we'll do. All right, so I got the wires all wired up. Got them shrink wrapped there. Got the solder melted in. Put some tape on the plug. I test fired it real quick. Everything seems to be working. Now I'm going to get under the car and fix that end that's broken with another one of these same joints. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug everything in and make sure it honks before I tighten everything up, because my little power supply here, I don't know if it's not putting out enough juice or what, but they would sometimes honk and sometimes wouldn't. So I want to make sure that they fire correctly before I button everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and jump under the car, fix that one wire with another one of these, and then we'll throw everything back together. All right, got that reconnected, got the horns connected, just laying there on the ground. We're going to go hit the horn button and see what it sounds like. Make sure it fires off nice and loud. We ready? Oh yeah, that's way louder than it was. I like that a lot. All right, so every time this goes off, my dogs go crazy. I can hear them in the house. So put everything back together. Installation is reverse of removal, so I'm not going to really record that. I may do a little time lapse on it or something just to throw it all back together. But that's pretty much it on this one. Once I get some brakes, I'm going to order the brake pads, and we'll do the brakes on it in a little while. But I get this all put back together and enjoy it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to put this back together. All right, everything's cinched back together. All the little push pins pushed back in. All the screws on the bottom. This little brake cooler thing is connected to the vent in the front. We're done. I'm gonna put the wheel back on and the car down off the jack stand, and finish it up. That one was actually on the whiteboard. I totally forgot. Right here, horn. Hell yeah. All right, guys, that's it for this one. One less thing wrong with the Vette. I'm going to go ahead and order those brakes, so we'll get those done probably next weekend. Another video coming for that. I still got some stuff to do on the truck. We've got to address the driver's seat. It's broken. Try to figure out how to fix that because welding obviously didn't work. The previous owner tried to weld it and it didn't work. So see that coming down the pipe. If you guys enjoy this content, if you like the OBS stuff, the Vette stuff, or just like hanging out with me, I appreciate it. I really do. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button so you get the notifications. Been trying to get better with my videos, you know, trying to get things done. It's cooled down a lot now, so I can actually work out here without running the risk of dying. As you can tell, I'm not even sweating, so that's really fun. But again, thank you guys for hanging out with me in the garage. We got this one knocked out like we always do. You guys have a good one and rock on.